Hey there. This video is about a 2005 Toyota Camry repair ASMR. I'm replacing the struts, spring assemblies, the discs, and brake pads of every single wheel on the car. So if you're into that kind of thing, stick around. There's a lot of it where I talk about what I'm doing, and there's a lot of fast time lapses where I show what I'm doing. So I also replace the sway bar links and chop them with a grinder because they never come off. The car's about 21 years old, so if you enjoy this, I like that. Good work. More men need to know how to work on their cars. Change my mind. First project with battery powered drill. I've always used cord. All right, I just bought 350 bucks of brakes and rotors, new pads, new rotors for my 21-year-old Toyota Camry. After I bought $630 of struts and suspensions, so I have 4 new struts, 4 new brake pads, 4 new rotors. Right about now is when I would expect something catastrophic to go wrong with the entire car. So I did this because I do oil changes every 5,000 miles. I've done that since 160,000 miles. I'm at 270,000 miles, and the car does not burn. It burns a very small amount of oil. You know, oil change to oil change, I probably lose less than half a quart, which I love. My old car, there'd be no oil. You do an oil change, no oil comes out. You know, shockingly, the engine burnt up. So now we got some work to do. I don't know who needs to hear this. Be proud. You're an American. These are my cousins. They are going to help me. Probably. Look at these guys. Big boys right here. Yeah. This is not ideal. There's a man up there. So, I had the right struts from AutoZone, but I tried to put the back struts on the front of the car and mix it up. I thought they were wrong, so I returned them. But then Liam bought some struts for me online from Rock Auto, which worked really well. And we put them in the right spot. So we're gonna try to put them on. And we're in Pennsylvania now. NASCAR. Here's the strut. Not good, not good. 19. So these are each 22. You have one here, one down there. Here's your CV booty. You be careful, make sure when you bend this whole thing forwards, the CV axle goes back up in there. Here are the splines that carry the force of the engine. You want to be careful about this brake line, don't put a lot of stress on that. But here's the strut. Now we've gotten these 2 bolts, and that guy, all we have is 3 bolts up top and the whole thing pops out. Violent. I got it. Don't lose that bolt either. Oh yeah, that's cool. Don't lose it. Okay, fun. No. Yeah, something inside. You'll get it. Alright. California cat. Does that look? It's like a joke.
So this is a 6-point new axle nut. It's 32 millimeter 6-point. The old one was 12-point 30 millimeter. The tool, we have this set, the torque spec on the axle nuts, 2 17 foot-pounds. So we have a, what is this, 110 at 2 feet. So half the torque setting. The tool. There it is, boys. You heard it? Here's torque. Are you ready? Here's
Looks
torque.
good.
Look how high that is. Holy smokes.
You don't do that. That's what keeps.
Passenger side.
I'm fixing that car, but I did not get to see it.
Hell yeah, brother. Look at that. That's
done.
so much space.
She's done. Put your fingers up for scale.
Look at that whole hand.
It was 2 fingers before.
It was 0 fingers before, man.
Violence.
All right, I have a little light left. I'm gonna try to do the rear 2 shocks. It's the next day now. Wish me luck. Udi's getting a little cranky. All right, it was the last wheel. I'm gonna try to do this in 1 hour. The sun is going down. Hopefully I make it, because I don't have my headlamp. This should be exciting. I did the other one, so hopefully I should be able to line everything up, take everything apart, put it back together, and nothing goes wrong. So far I've only snapped one 10 mil bolt, which wasn't important, and a socket extension. So you just saw me take off 2 10 mil bolts, one up here and one here, and one 12 mil bolt, 12 millimeter bolt, which holds the brake light on. So that disconnects the ABS wire and the brake line. Now we're going to disassemble the brake caliper and the disc right here, because I'm doing discs and brake pads. And first I'm going to pry the pads apart on the disc caliper over there, so that the piston is all the way inside the brake caliper. Because if you don't do that, you put the new pads on, have fun with that. It will not fit. Wow, it's a beautiful sunset. So enjoy. So once you get the caliper off, you can just pull the hub. Sometimes there's a drum brake in here that can get stuck, and then in that case you can put bolts in here and here to push it out, and sometimes it comes off. I worked on this a year ago, so I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's gonna come right off. As you can see, this is a new hub I put on a year ago. It's actually held up pretty well. But these are the drum brakes. I replaced the hub. You have to rebuild the entire drum brake. That's the emergency brake though, that's right here. Each rear wheel has one. So now we've taken the caliper, the brakes, the pad, the disc off. I have a new disc I'm gonna put on here. I have new pads, so I'm trashing the old pads. Now we're gonna have to break these are 19 millimeter bolts that hold the strut on. And then there's some bolts up top, and we have to get the sway bar link right here, and then we're off to the races. Now these I got broken loose. I got to get that sway bar link down there. That can be really fun. They can just twist and twist. So I'm going to try to grab it with some pliers in the back. But if not, I have a grinder and a new sway bar. Did that work? Oh, you little boy. Oh, I just missed it. Cool. So now the only thing holding the strut on are these two bolts and the three up top. I only recommend cutting the sway bar if you happen to have another one on hand to replace the old one with. So after you pop the seat out, there's some hooks. Pull the seat up, comes out. There's a little 12 mil down here, right in here. It's very hard to see, but I can feel it. It's right here. You'll see it. You take that out, and then this whole thing pops up. There's a hook right here. Hook unhooks, pops out. And then right here, you can access the 3 top bolts for the strut. And then in here, here are the tops. Moment of truth. Come here, little guy. Whoa, yeah. She popped right out. Yeah, look at that. This thing's pretty destroyed. I had some coil spacers in here, but they exploded. Ugh. Huge victory. Now I'll take the new strut, pop it back on, and I'll call that a victory as the daylight has left us. All right, here we go. We have the strut back on last night. Now I'm going to bolt everything back together and put the new disc on and put the pads back on, and we're off to the races. The sunlight chased me away yesterday, but I was able to get the new strut in place. So now we just look at this. These should each be torqued to 180 foot-pounds. Make sure to line these holes up with the holes on the disc, so you can access. There's a little key in here you can twist to make the pads go in or out. After all that, we're finally done. Put the wheel back on. Don't forget to tighten the top 3 bolts after the weight is on the car. The snow just started falling. Now I'm driving about 7 hours north. Let's see if those new struts and discs and brakes hold up. Not good. My front tires are very bald. So this snow needs to not stick.
Really there.
made it back home.